I want to talk about this thing right behind me, the scale. I had a great question from Renee Christine, and she asked me why I don't like having a scale in the house. And the reason for that is because although it can be a help for a little bit on knowing your healthy weight and everything and getting like to a good weight loss and where you're supposed to be, but after a little while it can become like a mind game, and that's not healthy. You can check my playlist for my weight loss journey that I had before when I lost 48 pounds, and I used the scale at my house for that a lot. But towards the end, when I hit my goal range, I was still using it. When I hit my official, well, I guess when I was just like, all right, I really shouldn't lose any more weight, I'm good where I am, I had to get rid of my scale. Because throughout that time of weighing in, it had become something that really ruled my mind. I had an accountability partner throughout my weight loss, and towards the end when we had both hit our goal weights, we started talking about how much that scale just ran our life. And so our goal had turned into, okay, where we are weight-wise, now my goal is to only weigh in once a week. And before I could even get to the whole once a week thing, I had to knock it down to once a day. And I'm sure there's tons of people out there that get on the scale in the morning, first thing when you wake up, go take a shower, get on the scale again, at the end of the day, go on the scale, or anytime you're just even in the bathroom and the scale catches your eye, you go and stand on it and see if your weight had changed. Your weight is going to fluctuate every single day, all day long. It's just what happens. You eat stuff, you go to the bathroom, everything just changes. So my goal had really changed to just get this thing out of my head. And I had gotten down to once a week weighing in, almost, kinda, but what had to do it for me was just I had to throw my scale away. I had to just get it out of my house because it was just way too much of a temptation. And my accountability partner, she didn't have anywhere else to go weigh in. She wasn't doing Weight Watchers. She was just doing her own thing. So her husband actually had hid the scale for her. The thing that made me recognize of how mentally damaging the scale was to me was we have some friends back in Minnesota, and they don't allow to have a scale in the house. It's the mom and dad and their two girls, and they don't have a scale. They're all very healthy, and they watch what they eat, but they also enjoy what they eat. But there's no scale, and I absolutely love that, especially for her teenage daughters, because I think there's nothing more damaging than a mom that doesn't have a good self-esteem and self-view of themselves. And that was another huge goal for me and my accountability partner, was we want to get this whole thing under control, because it was driving us crazy and ruling our minds at the time. And really wanted to get that under control, not for just ourselves, although that is a huge part and need to be healthy for yourself, but it was also, what are we going to be teaching our daughters? What are we going to be handing down? And what are they going to be seeing? Because there's so many times that I have seen even grown women that are just obsessed about their weight, and if you look at their daughters, more than likely their daughters are going to be that same way as well. And I think there's almost, I don't know, as sad and unhealthy somebody can be being overweight or obese, I think it's really sad and unhealthy for somebody to be obsessed about their weight and just being totally controlled about that and constantly worried about it. And so I think that's another battle that's even more important almost than just being at a healthy weight. So my challenge for you is get at a healthy weight. In your healthy weight range, usually it's a 20-pound difference that you can be somewhere in there, and then get rid of the scale and just concentrate on living a healthy life, on being active and eating healthy, enjoying some foods but in moderation, and just don't let it take control of your mind.